Hello everyone, I'm Voss, and I'm going to do a little quick tutorial about how to make the pointed arches that are over the doors in the Kerran workshop concept art that we got. I'm going to tell you a few other things that are going to help you that will help in general, but basically now what you need to do is grab a quarter circle, and that quarter circle should be an odd number. So this is 13 by 13, for example. Now, a lot of people have rings maybe from swap meets, or they're making rings by cutting out the ring from a sphere that they've made. Those rings aren't the same on the front and the back. So if this is the front and this is the back, the coordinates of these corners, I don't know if I can zoom in close enough, these corners don't have the same coordinates except for the delta of the depth of that voxel. So to fix that, basically the reason I bring this up is because that's going to cause you to get errors. So I'm showing you how to not get errors because of this and how to fix your rings. So basically select this, okay, and you're going to want to paste it so that one of the faces is you're sandwiching this piece between the same face of the shape. So we're going to use this face of the shape, not the back, and we're going to make both sides of them the same. Now, you might not know what I'm talking about, but just do what I'm telling you because it's going to save you a lot of headaches. So I'm taking the shape that we just copied, I'm moving it so it's behind it, so the front of this is now touching the back of that. It's going to move all of these corners to match this face from what we just did. Now the coordinates are all the same, and it's good, but what I'm going to do is I'm still going to sandwich it between the two. So this is lined up the same way. I'm going to hit V to mirror it, so now the face that was on the back is now, these two faces are facing each other. You might not think you need to do that. I would suggest that you do that, but you know, you're free to do whatever you'd like. That makes this piece, then you're certain that it is correct on both sides, and it's that ring is perfect now to use for doing this or anything else. So just go ahead and copy that, and I'm gonna move over here. What you want to do is paste without error, so make sure, I'm just going to show you, this is unchecked, because if that's checked you're going to get errors. So we just pasted it down again, and this is the perfect one that we copied from the center of that sandwich. And again, I'm going to mirror it. Now if you don't know how to mirror, you hit V, but it's based off where the arrows are. So if I hit V now, it goes that way. If I hit V now, it goes that way. Okay, so we want to go with the blue arrows, obviously. Now what most people seem to do is they paste and try to line up perfectly, and they say, oh look, that's a perfect point, if I paste now it'll be great, and they do this and they're like, I hate this game, and they log off. But the game is awesome, so all you need to do so that that doesn't happen is go in one voxel. If you go in one voxel, you get your perfect arrow, and you're like, this game is awesome, I love this game, EQN's going to be amazing, right? And then you're like, oh crap, now I have to do the top one. Okay, so this one's perfect, so let's grab this, and we'll do the top part of the point. And if you notice, no voxelmancy, very easy. So we're going to basically do what's right there, and all I'm going to do is paste this in the wall. Now if you do this in healed earth, it should work even easier, and then you won't have to delete the other voxels. But if you want an inlay or something, you could do this very well, but you can do this in right where you want to put it. But just gonna put it right in the wall. Now when I did that basically does the inlay technique, and when I pasted it, it changed the shape of all of the voxels around it in the wall. So that's the thing that's really cool about that. Okay, so to get the top point, I'm just gonna, this is the same shape as the one we just did, I'm just gonna grab it because it's obsidian, so that you can see, which looks like the one over there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paste it right Like if you went one, you can play around with how many voxels you want it for the type of arch or arc that you want the curve to be. Once you see once you see what I do, you'll understand what I mean. But I'm gonna go up like 3 voxels, I guess, about that far. And what you're gonna say is, oh no, it made all of these errors. But the thing about it, it was like when I pasted the white one, it's changed the curve of all the things around it. So if you look and you paint these, you actually now have this perfect circle, or I'm sorry, you have a perfect curve there for the white. And so we don't really care about the black. Now the black is kind of cool because if you wanted to paint it a different texture or extrude it out so that it was like an awning or a roof over the doorway, you could do that. And so this could be one wood and that could be like a shingled one that's extruded out for a little, like, you know, top, put a few pillars in front, and you're all set. So you can just copy this and take this out right out of the wall and delete the excess around it. If it gets messed up, you do the sandwich technique again. Usually when you delete one side, if you like were to copy this out of the wall, I'll just do it and show you. If you copy it out of the wall, don't mind the kitty, copy it out of the wall and you start deleting these, most of them will delete okay, but some of them, you see what it did? It made the back messed up, but the front is fine. So you're going to want to do the same thing we did here to take the front of this, put it on the back, and it's going to fix that error that's there when you pull out the center one. So you see they're all messed up there. So here, let me delete a few more, and you'll know how to do this perfectly then. Now, like I said, if you did this with healed earth, it will probably work a little bit better. You won't have to go through this hassle, but I'm showing you this because this is a handy kind of technique to do just in general when you're fixing stuff, how to fix some of these errors that you'll encounter. So, like I said, I'm just putting that same face on the back. Now you're going to say, oh, no, it still has the error, but actually this one, so it looks like it still has the error, but that's the one that we just pasted in the back. So this one actually does not have the error, and it is all fixed. So if you deleted all this stuff off, deleted the black if you wanted, you can go through and then do this sandwich technique thing, and you will have the perfect Kerran doorway arch top. So I hope this helped. Sorry it ended up being so long of a video, but should be awesome. Enjoy.